Well, we're back with part 2.
Yes.
Part 2, we got all 4 of us here now. What are we going to talk about? What about our first big hunting trip together? Minnesota.
That seems like a good thing.
Minnesota. That was a fun hunt.
Is that the first hunt that we had where all of us hunted?
Yeah, where we all hunted, I think.
Did we not hunt here?
Y'all took nephew down here.
Oh.
I mean, your little brother. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The year before that.
No, but we went up to Minnesota. What was that, last year? Early Goose?
Yes.
That was a fun hunt. What, we killed 26 geese, I think?
Yeah, 25, 26.
You puked on the way up there.
And then
Jacob peed.
Yeah, Jacob did that.
Jacob peed in a bottle. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was a good
I had
time.
some AirPods in, and Nick thought I had hearing aids.
Oh, that was funny. Oh my gosh.
He seriously thought you had hearing aids in?
he probably was super respectful about it too. He was probably like
side-eyed all the
he was
time.
probably trying to ask around. Does Jacob have hearing aids? Until he finally found out they were AirPods, but he didn't say anything about it.
Nah, you just listen to music all the time.
I was like, y'all not have AirPods in Illinois?
Nah, we ain't that bougie.
No, we're gonna jump to see. You go up about 5 hours up north, they got everything.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that, Bluetooth?
Yeah, Bluetooth.
You gotta go to the dentist and get Bluetooth.
Bluetooth when you drink too much Kool-Aid. Eating too much cotton candy.
But yeah, we hunted in that 1 acre field and
Oh yeah, grass field.
grass field. Yeah,
Grass
layout
field.
lines. Who shot a band? I think.
Lucas.
Yeah.
I got him.
Me. Oh, excuse me.
You?
Hey, I will say something, though.
What?
The bird did have some of your shot in it.
You did.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Had a bunch of our shots in it.
Well,
I won the draw though.
Whoever had... No, Joe sent me the video, so... He said, hey, what's that boy's name that won the draw? And I said, Lucas, and he said, he's the one that killed the bird. And he sent me a video. He's playing it back, and he was editing the video. And Lucas, he puts it really slow, and Lucas is the last one to pull up, and that was the last bird to fall. And he walked over there and picked it up. So I guess, it's luck. But it's a good thing that he got it, because if I
was
would
luck that I was out of my third shot.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Hey, you guys blew right through them 3. I went pop. Wait a second. Pop. Wait a second. I was like, oh look.
No, it was pop. miss shot.
No, I dropped 3.
No, you did not. You shouldn't fell in it. You did not drop 3.
Oh yeah.
There was 7 shooters?
If anybody dropped 3, it was probably Jacob.
Yeah.
It probably was. He's a sharpshooter.
Dude, I swear every bird, who else was shooting blindsides? Was it you?
Me.
Yeah, there's only 2 of you guys that are shooting blindsides, and I swear almost every bird had blindsided it.
Yeah, I was shooting blindside T's. So.
What's the difference?
I don't know, double BB and a T.
I think a T shot's a little bit bigger.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that.
T-shot busted.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not over here trying to proclaim anything, but I think the ones that we were getting though, I thought they were all looked the same.
Somebody's probably in the comments right now.
Don't even know what they're shooting at the bird.
I thought it was lead.
Is this a Canada Goose?
I thought it was lead shot.
Is this a cackler?
That's the way they look. I told the swan.
As long as it ain't white, I'm shooting.
Hey, tell the story about Burmet, whenever Gavin, you guys went there.
Burmet?
Yeah, was it the one the fox squirrel one?
Oh, no, that was Ren Lake.
Oh, was it?
That was
Yeah,
Ren Lake.
one gray squirrel.
Gavin. That was gross. That's not shot straight out my nose. Right back up.
Oh boy, this.
We're just going past that. Tyler, don't gag. Anyway, we're at Ren Lake and really shitty slow, as Ren Lake is. And I pulled up and shot a coot. Not a coot. A teal.
You don't remember?
Don't tell him about that. No, I shot a teal that morning. And it fell right between me and Gavin. And that's a story of its own. How we got that teal, because that was really funny. It landed right between me and Gavin, and we were only probably 5 feet apart. And it looked at me, and it looked at Gavin, and that sucker was like, oh, hell. He got out of town. I chased that thing. I finally had to shoot it about 5 feet in front of me, because that sucker was quick. But it was a hard day, and Gavin's like, what is that rustling around that tree? He turns around and he shoots a gray squirrel. And it falls,
okay.
and he shoots
I thought it was
it
that
3
merman.
times. Well, anyway, he writes, we go to get our kill card filled out. I wrote, one green wing, and Gavin wrote one gray squirrel. And the other slot, And we went back to the draw the next day, and he goes, "Whoever shot the gray squirrel, do not write one gray squirrel on it."
Was it the grumpy guy? Wasn't he the cool one?
Yeah, it was the grumpy guy.
Oh, God, he's so mean.
He's always pretty grumpy. He's a grumpy.
He is.
But
He got to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
So have you ever hunted like public land around here? Or is it just
yeah.
all private as at least? Or?
No, I've hunted public land. So one of the funniest stories actually on public land, I took my buddy Nate and one of my best friend Tyler McDaniel, his little brother and Tyler and Peyton went with me on public land on a youth hunt. And that was the first year they made they split up the youth hunts, and the first youth hunt was in December. And so between the first season and the second season. And so we went in there and we killed a limit on public land. And we were like, there are birds everywhere in this hole. So we were like, we're going to come back here next, like opening day of the next season. So we get ready. This used to be a walk-in only spot. And then Game and Fish had dredged the ditch bank to where you could put a boat in, and we really thought nobody had figured it out. But public land, people are going to find the birds.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out.
And so we get up there opening morning. We have this little red wagon to carry our decoys down the levee, like a little red flyer wagon.
Yeah.
What are they called?
I can't
And so
remember,
we
but
put our
got
blind bags and our decoys in it, and we start heading down this levee bank. And it's probably a mile down, and somebody had boated into the ditch bank to the hole we were going to, and they had like 15 people.
Oh my
So we were like, you know what? No big deal. We'll just go to the next hole over. And little did we know, the birds had they killed their 15-man limit, and they shot like big volleys and stuff. But we went in, and we killed a limit. I think the picture's on that wall. It's me holding a single decoy, and there's 9 greenheads and three hens.
That's a day.
We should have. There were 3 of us. We should have shot our greenhead limit, but it's one of those deals where we didn't realize how good we had it until it was over.
Yeah, exactly.
And the reason I'm holding one decoy in the picture is because on public land you got a joke, if you throw a decoy out, then it's
yours.
It's yours, yeah. So I kind of just made that joke that I had carried the decoy.
One decoy.
I had that decoy.
I had that decoy.
But the truth is, we all walked in at the same time, and we got there 4:30.
Yeah.
What's y'all limit here for drakes or greenheads?
You're 4.
Is it 4? Is ours 4?
Yeah.
You can only kill 2 hens.
Yeah,
though.
2 hens. So what? Nick and you, was it Nick and you that kept on back and forth about that?
Yeah, it was just because North Dakota's was different than
How many is theirs? 5?
5.
Yeah, okay.
Kill 5 mallards.
See, that's where it was. We were like
mallards here.
that confused me whenever we left Nodak and came here.
Yeah.
Or came to Illinois. It was all different.
And so the other thing about public land hunting is that you take a picture like that, and everybody kind of wants to know where you're at, where you went, and stuff. And so when we walked out, the guys that had all the people in them were kind of at the boat ramp, and we were coming out with our little red wagon, and our decoys. And so for that week, we became known as the boys with the wagon.
Boys with the wagon.
Boys with the wagon.
Ooh, that's a good name right there. I'll tell you what.
And my buddy went back. I had a final the next day. My buddy went back the next day, and it wasn't near as they killed 6 or 7. But it's just
wasn't as good.
6 or 7 and twice as many people. That's the way it goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They it's always fun in my opinion. I don't know. Public land is always a battle. Everybody's trying to beat the next guy. And a lot of people are rude and hateful, and a lot of people are nice as well. And respectful, but. It's always funny when, either somebody sets up too close to you, or somebody takes where you're wanting to go, or something like that, and you just beat them birds up. If you have to, pick a second option, they just have to watch you just destroy them right over there. It's always, I don't know. It's always just a nice feeling to know, hey.
But
don't be that guy.
We've been on the other end of that.
We have been on the other
Literally
end several times this year, actually.
Yeah.
I got a pretty cool story about that. So there was one time that, like I told y'all earlier, I had this little 1436 with a trailer motor on it.
Yeah.
And so the day before, me and Dad kind of walked back there and did some scouting and figured out where the birds were. And there's this huge clear-cut hole that the Game and Fish Commission put in, and there are birds using that area, and I guess these people that had also scouted the area just assumed they could kill them in the clear-cut hole. But what me and Dad figured out is there was an old logging trail that went to a sawdust pile. And you get this sawdust pile, it unfertilizes the ground, you don't get nothing really growing, so you get like a natural hole or just an opening for the birds to come down. So a lot of times we'd come in from private to get to this hole, but for some reason, our boat was already at the boat ramp, and so with our little trolling motor, we put in, got there about 5 o'clock, and we didn't get to the hole till like a minute before shooting hours. But we boated past the people in the clear cut like 10 minutes before shooting hours. They had to be like, what are they doing? And we trolled down this little boating trail about, I don't know, maybe 400 yards, so I guess like a quarter of a mile past them. And we tore the ducks up. And they fired one shot, and we had our limit, and I was like, I don't want to boat past them.
See, like Garrett would be like, oh, we boating right through the decoys. Lucas would be like, let's go around.
I'm a nice guy. Garrett go through there, steal a decoy while he's at it.
No, that ain't me. I ain't a thief.
No.
I got a funny story about that hunt, actually. So it was me and Peyton, so there was just 8 of us. I mean, we could just kill 8 ducks. And he shot one that landed halfway, like it flew into, I watched it fly into a tree and just fall over. I was like, that bird's dead. And I was like, it's right over there. And he's like, I can't see it. I was like, okay, I'll go get it. No big deal. So I went and got his one bird, and by the time I got back, he had his other 3. Not only, I was like I was in a hurry because he was like shooting birds, and I fell down 3 times on the way back. I finally got, the very last time I fell, I was to the point I was swimming. There was so much water in my way, and the boots had floated up. So I was like, I had air in my foot part, and I couldn't ever get back under the.
Oh no!
That's almost to the point of becoming dangerous.
Yeah. Nice guys finish last every time. And duck hunting sport, that's how it goes.
That is for sure. You gotta pretty well be a savage.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
It's really.
I think it's why you get a lot of I realize like a bunch of athletes really like duck hunting. Yeah. It's not as much as there's obviously like the country boys, they like duck hunting, but there's a lot of athletes I think do it for like the competitiveness of the sport. Everyone loves to do it. Like
public land's extremely competitive.
Oh yeah. Our draw is competitive, and it's a draw. Yeah. You're going here or you're going there. You can't just pick. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you do, but you only get a certain spot.
Yeah, a certain number of places you can go.
Me and Lucas, we went and hunted in a spot over by Wren Lake in a walk-in. And so the spot that we went and hunted, and me and Lucas got there, and there was nobody there. It was probably, an hour until shooting light, so we were taking our time, and here comes a truck come flying up, and then
where was it at?
I don't really want to give it away, but it was
secret.
It was by Wren Lake.
I know what you're talking about.
And so anyway, we were getting ready, and Lucas goes, we probably should get ready. We've seen the headlights coming down the road, and by the time we already were outside the truck. By the time we got our waders on and dropped the jet sled out the back of the truck and go, we were maybe 10 yards ahead of them, and they already put their waders on, they had everything ready, guns, and they were sprinting past us.
They literally ran by us. I was like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah. And
they went right to where we were going to.
Yeah. Well, glad they did, though, because they didn't fire a shot.
No, they didn't.
Is that, I won't say the location, but is that the hunt where you had to call Lucas off a big coot drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot it. I've never seen so many coots in my life. I was like,
I've never seen him pull up on them.
Into that so bad.
He loved it. He was like,
I did. There was probably 200 of them suckers.
I saw him pull up. I was like, he pull up like that all the time, and then I heard click. I was like,
it was getting ready to go down, but something was fixing to happen.
We had that happen. Well, it wasn't like that. We had it was a real foggy morning, And there were some people that came in from the river, and we came in with our G3, or big boat with a 50 horse, and came in from the other side. And it was so foggy that you couldn't see 100 yards in front of us, so we didn't know there were other people around us until like you could start hearing them calling.
Yeah.
And I'd say they were probably 200 yards from us, which is a little close, maybe 150. And I bet we lit, because both of us were calling at the birds at the same time, I bet we lit a group of 200 in between us.
Really?
Oh
Perfectly in between us,
Right
about
between.
75 yards. And neither one of us shot into the group. But that was one of those, I mean, it was just so foggy that birds were just flying low and everything.
Yeah.
Best I remember, the minute it turned shooting hours, there was a greenhead land between me and Lucas.
Train.
And
Yeah, I remember that.
and you don't think
Wait.
you weren't there.
Wait. Wait, what are we talking about right now?
I'm
Hold
telling
on.
a story.
Oh, I thought hold on. Remember when we were hunting that timber over there and that green wing came in
I know
and
what
I kicked it. It landed like right here and I went
Yeah.
Oh,
I kicked
dark,
it.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
That's the
dark.
sound it made?
Yeah, it went that's what it sounded like.
Ew.
All right, go
It's
ahead.
like you were.
But a greenhead landed between from me to Lucas, between me and the decoys, and it was so foggy. I shot once at it, and it had got up. I guess it was so close I just shot plumb over it. Probably shot a decoy, like just flat out, just
Sank
no.
one of them
smacked
suckers.
the decoy. After one shot, nobody else in the group could see the duck.
Yeah.
Shot at it, and it was in the fog above the decoys at probably 20 yards.
Really?
And nobody could see the bird.
Oh
It
my
was that
gosh.
foggy.
Dude, we camped what was that? Our south zone opener. We camped out at a spot for 2 days
In the truck.
in the truck.
And we had a cold front come
For
in.
2
It was 21
days,
degrees.
right? And we thought, we were like, oh, dude, we're going to get in here. We're going to slaughter them. And we finally get out to our spot. We get out there at like 3 a.m., go throw out our decoys. We're chilling there, hanging out. And, dude, the group of guys come in at 4 a.m. behind us and set up about 60 yards from
60
us.
to 80 yards.
60 to 80 yards from us. And absolutely ruined our hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, ruined it.
Yep.
We
I
had
mean, every time
we
they
were
would-
in a really nice little hole.
Yeah, and all these birds that would come into us, we were getting ready to call a shot, and these guys over here, they'd shoot, and all the birds would just leave.
We actually got
Ruin
shot.
that hunt.
Yeah,
we
it
did get
tore me and
shot.
Tyler.
Yeah.
2 pieces.
I was getting smoked, so I was facing kind of like how we are right now, and they were kind of facing, looking that way, and I had my back against a tree, and I was filming, and our hole's right here. And,
I was facing directly at them.
Oh, you turned towards them? Yeah.
That's how we were sitting. I was sitting right here
you're
trying
right.
to get behind this tree,
You're
and when
right.
they shot, it just tore my face up, came down my
Yeah.
neck, and
Yeah, they were.
I mean,
close.
I dug. I mean, it didn't hurt me at all, but it was felt like someone kind of grabbed like a little handful of rocks and just kind of lobbed them at you.
It's it's still
it didn't-
scary. It's
yeah.
like, why are they setting up that close?
Yeah, and they knowing that we were there beforehand and we told them where we were going. And see, that's like the unwritten rule of public land. If you go, your first come first serve. That person gets the first pick of that spot.
yeah.
And
Okay.
I think any other hunter that's there would vouch for that. That's just we went to Kyle Marsh. We were the first ones there. There was 20. I mean, there's probably 20 active.
First day we weren't the first ones there.
Oh, we weren't.
No.
No.
Oh no! The second day is the day we camped on that ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
we
get
got
that spot
in there.
again.
But
'cause we
what
killed
I'm saying,
limit.
yeah. But still, those guys knew where we were going, and they said that they were going to set up pretty far away from us. They were
Yeah.
60 yards away.
Really rude.
They
That's
lit
really
us
rude.
up. Yeah.
It was bad.
Like y'all said, y'all were camping out. Like down here, they'll camp about a week before
Oh.
season.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was asking, about
About a
the
week.
opener.
That's crazy.
What I plan on doing one year, whenever I get fill my buck tags, I have a 36 with a 9.9 on it.
Yeah.
And they got these big boats with
Yeah,
40 horses.
giants.
I plan on being first in line, and that rule for that boat ramp is you cannot pass someone until they get to their duck holes. So
Really?
I plan,
What?
yeah.
Wow.
So I plan on being that guy in the front of the line with a
Hey,
9.9.
you should. I mean, Nick.
That'd be
Nick would be
fun.
down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
fun.
Put a trolley motor on it.
Yeah.
They have 6 batteries.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Paddle.
You have to have a 9.9 though, don't you? At least. Is it like the minimum
I'd
requirement?
say
No,
probably-
you can have a trolling motor,
Paddle boat.
dude. You know how bad that'd be if you literally took your
Kayak.
time and you timed it right. You could screw everybody.
Really
in the
good.
You'd screw Dr. Duck.
She'd be out there mad.
He would be.
We'd be on his podcast. We'd be talking to
A couple guys.
dude, you know that one guy on there
In
that's
a canoe? Like, he let a guy in a canoe go in front of him? He said he was getting to his deer stand, so I mean, I don't know.
oh gosh.
I don't know what that guy was doing.
Now, you ever seen that? Have you ever been duck hunting and like come up in some like flooded timber and seen a deer stand in there? Like,
Oh, yeah, there's people that
flooded
don't.
into it.
yeah, like almost like boat in. Like it's not deep water, but you know it's in the flooded timber. Like say like your access. I don't know. You may have one back there.
I don't leave my stands up because I don't want people knowing where I deer hunt.
Yeah,
That's smart.
exactly.
A lot of people that they'll leave their stands years on years. And
Yeah.
You're not supposed to. It's illegal, but
Is it? Oh,
You're-
even
yeah,
on
like-
private land?
oh well, I don't hunt other people's private lands.
No, I'm saying like for your private.
Oh yeah, like we can, but
Yeah, but I mean, just say like you had someone trying to come over here and hunt, or you had some people coming here to lease, like those Alabama boys, didn't they lease deer property off of you or something like
yeah,
that?
like last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they hunt. How do they hunt? They hunt with those. What's that called? When they it's like a lanyard, pretty much. They use.
What is it?
It's like hanging. They don't use climbers.
Oh, like a lock on?
No, it's like a giant harness they wear, and then all
Oh,
of
a
it.
saddle.
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 There it
Oh.
is. Yeah.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I didn't know the word for it. It's called saddle hunt, but they all like southern states do it.
Huh.
Because it allows you. You can go
Wherever.
unbelievably high, and
Or
the
trees
like
grow.
mobility you have. You literally can step and you can swing all the way around, like all the way around a tree, and like you can shoot from any angle. It's crazy. They're expensive. It's like a giant diaper, is what it looks like. It's not even like a normal harness like you'd wear to, like, say you got like in a, I don't know, like a sky track or something, like something to lift you up.
Yeah.
It's not even like that. It's not like a normal harness or like a deer harness, like a deer hunting harness. It's just like a giant diaper, and then the tops come on. And there's like a front. Riley Green uses one. Actually, I just saw him. He was hunting. That's what he hunts with.
You said something else there for a second.
But that's what it connects to his.
Yeah.
Huh? Do what?
I thought you said somebody else there for a second at first, but
Riley Green?
yeah.
Nah, don't.
Oh,
No. We don't need to be talking about
Riley.
No. No. Don't even say
Yeah,
that.
we better not.
No, it ain't a good idea.
We're gonna have some kids on here, and
I didn't say anything. You're the one talking about it.
you said it. You got me wondering. I'm just saying if
You
we had.
must have to
I'm
take a
just
bathroom
saying.
break.
I'm just saying. Somebody.
How much charge your phone got on it?
Huh?
What?
So how much charge your phone got on it? I know you've been struggling all day.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's get back on duck hunting.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
have y'all ever seen deer while y'all were duck hunting? Like out
Actually,
like,
Oh yeah.
Just recently,
Yeah,
we,
we did.
We hunted at Wren Lake and didn't see it. If we didn't actually see a duck, we always seen was deer. And they just kept coming right through the spread.
We're just chilling.
They don't let you deer hunt on Red Lake, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Literally, we met a deer hunter out there while we were duck hunting.
Yeah. They
Like
were out
walked
there.
out with us.
A couple years
Yeah, they
back,
did, didn't
we
they?
I did that again. I didn't even think about that. A couple years back, we walked into a pretty good little spot on Wren Lake on the opener, and we found a massive dead whitetail.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was just a mainframe 8, but I'd say it probably went 150, wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah.
It was,
His.
the base of his antlers
Base
probably
of his
as big around
antler-
as that right there.
Oh
you know,
yeah.
later on.
Yeah. His bigger than this can.
It was a big deer.
And anyway, Nick.
Oh, he was so upset.
Nick, yeah, he was pissed at me for this. We lifted the head up on it, shot the head off of it. He wasn't mad about that because we couldn't get it off. We were like, we ain't gonna leave it, we'd take that sucker with us. And on the way back to the truck, we passed some deer hunters. It was shotgun season, and no, was it shotgun season? It had to been.
Yeah.
And anyway, they said they're like, oh my god, like they were freaking out.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, there's my deer. They're like, we shot that last week. Like, we've been looking and looking and looking for it. It was pretty decomposed, but
Yeah, it still had.
it was still.
It still had his skin and stuff.
Yeah, it was still.
And meat.
Yeah.
All
He said
day.
he's like, I can show the pictures.
He did. He showed the pictures of the
Yeah,
deer.
and it was definitely
And I gave it. He tried.
He was
Offered,
trying to-
he, yeah, he
yeah,
tried to
buy
pay
it.
me. He was like, "You tell me how much." I was like, "Just take it." You know,
Yeah,
Just take it.
take
It ain't-
someone's deer.
it ain't no big deal.
No. But anyway, Jacob, we were talking a while ago, earlier, about one of your favorite hunts. That cold day.
Yeah.
Talk about that one. That one was cool.
So that one was kind of like I guess you just call it like a blessing from God. It was, I guess just to give you a recap, it had snowed 2 days and school was canceled. So I was 16 probably at the time, and
Yeah.
I called a buddy, asked him, I was like, hey, I got some running water. I figure we can shoot some wood ducks. You want to go this evening? He's like, yeah, sure. We can drive up there and look. And we just kind of drive by our pit, and I have my binos, and I kind of look. I was like, this looks like ducks flying around our pit. And I put my binos on, and I bet there was probably 10,000 ducks that had landed perfectly in front of our pit and just kept the water open in front of the pit.
That is insane.
And it was supposed to snow that night. And so we were banking on school getting canceled for another night.
Yeah.
Or another day, I guess. And so we called our parents and was like, hey, can we just stay up here and hunt? And they kind of pushed it around. They're BSing us. There's no ducks up there. They're just wanting not to drive home this evening. In the bad weather and stuff. And so we get the okay. And me and my buddy go in there and we shoot R12, and it was one of the just coolest hunts because it had snowed 2 inches, so it had been below 20 degrees for about 4 days in a row. So ice was probably 4 inches thick.
Oh, wow.
And then you had 2 inches of snow on top of the ice. But the ducks had kept a perfect 60-yard by 100-yard hole in front of, perfectly around the pit.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we just went in there and just stacked the ducks. And it was so cool because you'd shoot them, and they wouldn't just land perfectly in the hole.
Yeah.
They would land on the ice, and you could walk out on the ice and just go pick them up.
Oh, my gosh. I bet that
that's
was
so
so
nice.
easy. Oh, my gosh.
You know what's really nice? You didn't even have to use an ice eater. You just
No, the ducks did it for
That's
you.
crazy. That's awesome.
When they hit that ice, it just makes it is a crazy sound.
It's loud.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
And so we killed R12, and then my dad and Clint came and hunted that evening, and we killed another 12.
Gosh.
And we went back the next day and I think we killed another 24. And then the third day, it was starting to melt. So, just like everything else, you can only get a couple good days out of it.
Yeah, exactly. But
and
you
I
had
was
a couple real good days out of it.
And on the third day, I was the only one light enough still to be able to walk around. So,
You had to go pick up all the ducks.
I got all the ducks. There was one that I chased plumb across the slough bottom.
Oh, my
That was on the
gosh.
back side of the pit.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think I'd ever find it, but you can actually blood trail ducks.
Really? On the ice, I bet you can pretty
on the ice
easy.
and snow, yeah.
I guarantee it.
Huh. Dude, you know what's really funny is a no deck. I know we're going to probably talk about that at a different time.
Yeah.
A full video about that because there's a lot to talk about. But
It's a whole. That'd probably take a couple full
yeah,
podcasts to cover the whole North Dakota story.
But what got me is because you said about tracking a bird down. Zach Lindsay, remember when he took off after that pintail on the hill? I don't know if someone can tell the story better because I looked down to grab the birds and throw them out of the pit or the A-frame, and he had done. I look up and I see him walking, and I look up again, and he's at a full dude. He's like Running Man up in there, and he is sprinting as fast as he can. And this bird is not high at all. It's at eye level, and it's a pintail. It was a hen.
Yeah.
It was a hen, and I think he shot it, didn't he? Yes,
Yeah, because he
did.
was like, I want to go get
Yes,
that
he
pintail.
did.
I think it was
He
a
killed
drake.
it because he thought it was a drake because we
That's
shot
why
that
he went
group.
out and looked for it.
So he went out there, and this bird was probably 120 yards away.
It got out there.
And dude, I've never seen him run that fast.
He was motivated.
Boogieing.
It was funny watching him run across that field like that in that mud.
Sealer, you ran for a
goose.
A goose that it was
I ran.
hike.
Yeah, I probably went about 170, 180. I probably longer than that.
It was a hike. No band.
No band.
No band.
I tell people I could be a ribbon-winning duck dog.
Oh, yeah.
Can you?
Hey, Garrett's got one hell of a dog. I will say that.
I do. I've had to light his ass up a time or two. You know, as you do. But I mean, all in all, I'd say a pretty good pup.
So
You know who Garrett's dog is? Yeah.
So have y'all ever been on a hunt where y'all were just like, well, what in the world am I doing? One time we set up on a goose feed. It was on like not a permission farm, but not a farm that we have, and that we'd set up. Got there early. It was spitting snow. We set up probably 2,000 goose decoys. And snowing, foggy, windy, the birds were flying low and they were about to circle around to it right.
Yeah.
And there was just 3 of us. And there was a mallard duck that got trapped below the geese that were working us.
Oh my
and he
gosh.
couldn't get up out of it.
Yeah,
so he was
'cause
just
there's
like,
so
I'm
many.
going to fly under these things. My buddy Nate rises up and shoots that mallard duck at like 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And we had about probably 30,000 geese about to dump in.
Oh my
And
god.
I just looked around and I was like, what in the world are we doing here? If we wanted to shoot one mallard duck, I'm sure we could have put a lot less effort into this.
Yeah, we just set out 2,000
Oh,
decoys.
that would have been a fight.
It was a good.
I bet it was funny.
It was a good story, funny. I mean, like, you killed a greenhead duck. I mean,
If he got a little aggravated, I don't even know what we would have done.
I wasn't aggravated by no means. I was just like, what? This is hilarious.
Well,
what in the world are we doing?
What do we do now?
Yeah.
We did wind up. There were 3 of us. We wound up shooting 5 specks and 2 snows. So I
Well,
mean,
at least
it
you
wasn't
did get
just,
to shoot some at least.
And one mallard.
One
One
mallard.
drake.
One
I
mallard.
honestly, I probably would have. I would have clapped it. I would have got up and went.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a big fat lie.
But it was
you're
cold,
right.
boys. Let me tell you, it was cold.
I bet
Really?
it was. We had something. I'll tell you. I won't say a name. It's nobody in this room, but I won't say a name. But it's a really funny story. We hunted Wren Lake on the opener last year, and we got a terrible, horrible draw. I mean, I'm talking. We were probably dead last, or if not dead last, second to it.
About how many parties?
Like I don't know, like 80 parties
That's
or
a
something
lot.
like that.
Something
Yeah.
stupid.
We were high, and we took a boat stake. We had a boat, so who cares, right? We were gonna park it up in the woods, and hopefully we thought, okay, because a lot of the boat stakes there is, maybe 3.5 foot of water. That's not really a big deal, and you can wade in 3.5 foot of water. It's not the end of the world. 4 feet even, you'll be okay. But we were wrong, and it was about 6 or 8 foot of water behind us. So we were like, and the boat didn't have a blind on it or anything like that. Decoys weren't long enough. The rigs weren't long enough to hunt it. So we decided we'll turn around and hunt the back of the stake. Had some standing corn, and we tore. This is probably illegal, but we tore down a little hole in the corn. This is not nothing crazy. Put some decoys out in it. Anyway, telling a way too long story just to tell you the punchline here, but we were not working a lot of birds. It was rough. I mean, we were in a terrible, terrible spot on this lake. The guy that we had with us, we had birds dumping. I mean, like there was probably 5 birds dumping down in here, and there was probably one teal about maybe 70, 80 yards. I'm talking like 3 more seconds, we're gonna call a shot, and he pulls up on this teal and shoots, and we all turn at him, and we let him have it for a good minute. It was a horrible experience. We didn't kill a single. Did we kill anything?
Did you kill the teal?
No, he missed the teal. We didn't know. We were so confused. We thought a misfire happened or something. What's going on? And then we were quite heated for the rest of the day after that. Quite heated.
So the same buddy that shot the Drake mallard underneath all the geese. We were up here on this field y'all hunted this morning, one morning, and there were 3 gadwall came in. So and they came in just right. Even with the decoys, there were 3 of us. So guy on the left shoots one on the left. Guy in the middle shoots one in the middle. Guy on the right shoots one on the right.
Everybody has their bird.
And then you just kind of, when you shoot yours, you move to the one that's to your right or left. And so me and the guy on the left raise up and shoot the. I shoot the middle one. The guy on the left shoots one on the left. Nate on the right, same guy that shoots the greenhead, shoots across, and he shoots all 3 shells at the bird on the left.
Oh.
He shoots at it to the water.
you got it.
and so he got lit into that day. And so anytime anybody ever shoots the duck on the wrong side, we remind Nate of that story. Even if it's not Nate. We're
really?
Like, one time Nate shot the duck on the wrong side.
Oh my god.
Tyler's a known swinger over there.
No, I'm not.
He shot over 6 people in North Dakota to shoot 1 mallard. He'll talk to people were ducking, scared, getting out of the way.
And then hit him with his gun barrel.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No,
Knocked him out, gave him a black eye.
Here, let me tell you what happened. This is exactly what happened. Everyone else.
When James hears this, he'll vouch.
Oh, he will, because he's just salty he didn't shoot it. He said, my finger was on that trigger, I'm about to let her go. Well, you did.
Well, you did.
Everyone else was down. I'd say there was 3. It was Barky, Jacob, to our left.
Yeah.
And then we had no-show Samuel. And then there's James. So James was down there, and James was getting on to, or talking to his dog, and then Jacob's over here barking about something. And then they were
James was on the very end.
James was on the very end, yeah. And then they were all down there, and I think we literally were about ready to leave.
Yeah,
we were done.
I was about to call it.
And I said, "Hey, there's one more bird." And I called at it, but it was already coming in. Like it was already giving it up. I just called at it. And it came in, and I pulled up, and then whenever I pulled up, them 3 tried to pull up, and I shot, and then it just fell. I didn't think nothing of it, and Zach was next to me. I was like, it's banded.
I was next to you.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't barely get to sit by Zach, but I told Lucas, I was like, it's banded. And then, like, just kidding, because, I mean, you say about every one that you solo shoot. And James came back, and he's like, who shot? And Lucas goes, Tyler did. And he's like, well, it was banded. I couldn't quit smiling. I was so happy.
He slept with that thing in his pillowcase that
night.
No, he slept with a dilly bond that night.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God.
We gotta save that. We gotta
save that one.
Oh,
because
that was
I'll put a short clip in the podcast for you guys on that one. That would be kind of funny.
That was funny.
But I think we're about out of time on the camera.
We're getting there.
Lucas already getting the shakes. He's tired.
He's about to hit the bed, dude.
I need a Reese's Cup stat.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
No, God.
He's getting the shakes. You have to go to the bathroom. Got an acid reflux for him. My lips are chapped.
Boy, my feet are numb and cold. I think I got diabetes. My eyes, I'm blurry.
You do
my
have
lips
diabetes.
are chapped.
Can't hear nothing.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
You definitely got diabetes.
I do.
My tongue's a little sore.
I bet you got long socks on right now.
I bet that tongue is sore. That hair, that. What? My bad. That leg hair finna be matted down.
He's gonna have none. Well, Jacob.
Thanks for having us, Jacob. It's always fun.
Yes.
Always fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. This is the first time we've done a 4-way. Without Lucas.
False.
That's a false negative. Oh,
All
God.
right. Well, like and subscribe.